The WWE Hall of Fame, we're assuming, is going to be towards SummerSlam because the information we got of our next inductee's daughter, from what we were told, that she's had communication with WWE, that was going to be towards SummerSlam. And with the history of this man's career with SummerSlam, it'd be apropos. And we've been kind of teasing it for a while with every inductee, because this inductee has had a petition for several years now to get into the Hall of Fame. Much like a Rick Rude and many others that had petitions to be in the Hall of Fame, this one was the biggest and largest, and it has finally paid off. Because the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, will go into the WWE Hall of Fame. Maybe we were thinking over the time, like last year when the Hart Foundation was going to be inducted, we're thinking, oh, Bulldog's going to be inducted. Owen's going to be inducted, all that stuff. But it was just the original tag team version with Jimmy Hart, Jim Neidhart, and Bret Hart. Wasn't the stable of 97. However, it looks like the Bulldog's finally going to go in. And a lot of people were thinking, oh, they'll do the British Bulldog tag team with Dynamite Kid. And that probably won't happen because before Dynamite Kid passed away, and I believe, yes, I just want to double check on that before I say anything, because he may still be alive, but I'm not 100% sure. No, he died 2 years ago. So back to what I was saying, because I just wanted to make sure before I say, oh, he died, and no, he's not dead. But like I was saying, the things were going to be, oh, the Bulldogs, the tag team, were going to be inducted, which would make sense. But that is not the case, because like I was saying before, the Dynamite Kid had his wish that his family would not allow that to happen, much like Owen's family, particularly Owen's wife, would not allow Owen to be inducted, or any mention to WWE in general, and very mentions of Owen was very rare at the time. But looking at his career, the Bulldog, I've always admired this man. Just seeing what he could do in the ring, just a star in the making. Never really happened, but he was still respected throughout the years with several people. And ironically, before he did pass away, there was, a rebuilding period for the Bulldog months before he passed away, of him actually wanting to get back into wrestling and having tag matches with his son, Harry Smith, known as David Hart Smith, or British Bulldog Jr., depending where you are in the wrestling circle. Before, literally the weekend before. So, we would have seen more of him before he passed away in 2002. But looking at his career, it's just incredible all that he did. And it's going to be a lot, so let's just get to it. First off, for All Japan Pro Wrestling, and I'm not sure how I'm going to say this, but the Corrigan Hall Heavyweight Battle Royal, I think it's barely a new tradition they had every year, if I'm remembering correctly. The Heavyweight Battle Royal in '89, because it was around New Year's, so the January 2nd, so it was around New Year's, was the tradition at the time, but I don't know if that stayed or not. If my memory correctly, I don't remember. But something that has happened every year, the World Strongest Tag Determination League Fighting Spirit Award in '84 and '85 with the Dynamite Kid, and the World Strongest Tag Determination League Skills Award in '89 with Dynamite Kid. For the Independent Wrestling Association, their heavyweight title. For Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the match of the year 1992, with Bret Hart at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental title, the only UK SummerSlam, and honestly, one of the best SummerSlams of all time. Honestly, if it wasn't match of the year, I would have been surprised if something else was at that time. Ranked number 15 on the top PWI 593, 53 in the PWI Years Edition in 2003, and ranked number 5 and 84 respectfully. The PWI's Years Edition with Dynamite Kid and Owen Hart respectively in 2003. For Stampede Wrestling, and honestly, when you think of Stampede, obviously the Hart family, obviously people like Bad News Brown, and Dynamite Kid and Bulldog, but just what he had was incredible. The NWA Stampede International Heavyweight, International Tag titles, the Calgary version, 2 times with Bruce Hart. The Stampede British Commonwealth Mid Heavyweight Championship, which is kind of weird to talk about now, but with divisions not really meaning anything nowadays, but you did have that tier. Stampede Wrestling's international tag team titles twice with Dynamite Kid. The Stampede North American Heavyweight Championship, which was more of a main title for Stampede at the time, twice. The Stampede World Mid Heavyweight title and the Stampede Hall of Fame in '95. For the World Wrestling Federation WWE, the Intercontinental title once, the European title twice, ironically winning the title in '97 in the European Championship Tournament, which ended on Raw in Germany against Owen Hart, which was one of the best matches that I can remember of Bulldog's career at that time. And also the inaugural European champion, if you didn't understand that last bit. 2-time hardcore champion. Didn't really hold it for long. And the hardcore title wasn't really around a lot when he was still there. I think twice, both of those actually were when he came back in 2000 or 2001. Tag team title twice. Once with Dynamite Kid as the British Bulldogs and once with Owen Hart. The Battle Royal at Albert Hall, which was, I believe, was for something like a Royal Zamabar trophy or something like that. It was a 30-man Battle Royal at a special event at the Royal Albert Hall. And everyone, I think, competed in separate matches before this Battle Royal even happened. And, it was great. The winners of the World Tag Team title tournament of Owen Hart. This was around the time when Stone Cold had another injury at the time and was forced to vacate the tag titles. They would win the match and then lose the belts to HBK and Stone Cold at the time, I think. And, of course, the Hall of Fame. For the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance, their Intercontinental title once. For the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the best wrestling maneuver in '84 was the Power Clean Dropkick, which honestly is the dropkick that we would see today, but it was just, again, with Bulldog being the powerhouse that it was, you would sometimes see him just hit it, and it would just make them go all the way into the corner, or just knock them out of the ring, just depending on the situation, or just, a great move at the time. The feud of the year 97 with the Hart Foundation against Stone Cold. The most unimproved in 91, which for the time I agree with. But, he had a great performance in the Rumble at that time. He had a great performance in the Rumble in 92 after. So, whether he improved this or didn't improve just depends on opinion. And the Tag Team of the Year 85 with Dynamite Kid. And the Canadian Wrestling Hall of Fame, individually inducted and as part of the Hart family. But, you look at his career and you think about all the things that he was in, a part of the original ECW, a part of All Japan, WCW, and several other places. Just thinking about everything he's done in his career and everything that happened along the way. And it's something that people have really wanted to happen for a long time. People that wanted Bulldog in, never happened for whatever reason, one way or another. And now all of this COVID-19, this coronavirus happens, so it kind of delays it. But in a way, if everything gets cleared up by the summer, then if the plans are true, that it'll be moved to SummerSlam. I couldn't think of a better way for someone to be inducted than to be remembered around an event that had one of the greatest matches of all time, SummerSlam. It means a lot more now. And if everything goes to plan, then it would be a great night, a great weekend for the Hart family, a great weekend for Bulldog's family. and the related family, the Hart family at that moment, But Bulldog was one of a kind. Bulldog really was somebody that makes you think about what could have been. And even what could have been, he's had an incredible career. And like I said before, to finish this out, if the rumors are true that is being moved to SummerSlam, I couldn't think of a better place and a better night than to be remembered again for one of the greatest matches of all time.